at you with yet another edition of Sit Down, Shut Up, Mark Out, a pro wrestling podcast about pro wrestling. And this is an extra pro wrestling show because we're talking about Wrestle Kingdom, baby. We're talking about a lot of good shit. And for that good shit, I had to get some good people to join me. And I did. Justin, you joined me again. I tracked you down. I felt weird not having you on last week, you know, because we're talking Tanahashi and all that. But Tino, so good to have you with us, my friend. We have worked together one time before. I think it was on the hard way, though, wasn't it?
Oh, nice.
It was on the hard way.
Yeah,
yeah. I didn't have a kid then.
Hey, yeah. There you
now I
go.
have a 9-month-old.
So this you are making your debut on Sit Down, Shut Up with a 9-month-old. So the sacrifice is even greater.
Everybody froze.
Everybody.
Okay.
Well, it's okay. It's okay.
My bad.
We are not freezing for the people. Your network connection just updated. Isn't that fun? Everybody in the chat right now? There is nobody in the chat. Anyway,
There's one.
Okay.
There's Holly. She was like, cannot wait. Woohoo.
oh, let's do this.
Hi,
Oh,
Holly.
hey, how's it going? Hello, Holly. Nice to have you with us today. And we are going to get down to business because holy shit balls. That is my big takeaway for the week is holy shit balls. Wrestle Kingdom was kind of like a 2-match show in a lot of ways, which I've never really known Wrestle Kingdom to be before, but it made complete sense why. You know, it made complete sense why, because when you saw the card, I was like, well, Saya and Shiri, you know, you got Takeshita and Tsuji. That's kind of what I thought it would probably be. And then you got, you know, Tanahashi and Okada. And yeah, it exceeded all of my expectations somehow. And there was a bunch of silly weirdness in the middle of it all that I also really enjoyed. Justin, how did you feel about Wrestle Kingdom?
Wrestle Kingdom to me was a significant shift in terms of like, I'm sorry, I'm going to go all analytical here. It's significant shift in seeing how New Japan would be treated in terms of partnerships and also in terms of how probably booking will be. Hopefully booking, ideally, we're going to be focusing a lot on Geo this year. Hopefully. Anyways, why did I say that? Because number one, if you've noticed, less Noah. A couple of years back during COVID, there was a lot of Noah involvement. But now, if you've noticed, there has been more, I hate to use the word synergy, between Stardom and New Japan, number one, which I'm very happy about because it wasn't the case for the past few years. I mean, there has been like a couple of like crossover or whatever, but like with Tanahashi being president, I know that he's very like he's a very strong advocate for the Joshis. So I'm very me personally, I'm very happy for about this. And also like in terms of partnerships, aside from AEW, aside from CMLL, we have a new smaller partner, DDT, which I have enjoyed. So it makes sense because it was like the pre-show, but selfishly, I wish that like the Chris Brooks El Fantasmo New Japan World title match, I wish it was like maybe in the middle of Wrestle Kingdom, but I can't complain. It was a great show from start to end. There were some stuff at the middle which was like, it's all right, but like all in all, like I cried from start to finish because like they've been like posting like vignettes of like Tanahashi when he debuted as a young lion, short haired Tanahashi until like, you know, him retiring and him walking like with problematic knees. That got me.
Yeah.
That really got me. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I thought I agree with you. I thought Phantasmo versus Chris Brooks definitely could have been on the main card. However, I think it got more time because it wasn't on the main card.
That's true.
And that was a really good match.
It was.
They really fucking tore it up. And I'm a big Phantasmo guy. I haven't seen a ton of Chris Brooks, so it was cool to like, you know, really get a chance to see what he can do. Tino, what were your thoughts, man?
I'm so glad Justin is here because I'm just like, it was fun. I liked it. He's got the, analytical brain where I'm just like, it was a good time. Honestly, it reminded me a lot of not to bring up the other place, but like when you were a kid and you're really excited to watch WrestleMania. That's what
Mhm.
this show felt like. It felt really special, and it really did feel like just like the wrestling you loved when you grew up as a kid. And I
Mhm.
feel like that was good for Tanahashi's last match. There was a lot of that nostalgia feeling to it, and I think it's probably on purpose because it was Tanahashi's last match. And
Mhm.
I don't know, man, I just loved it. I loved it from start to finish. And you're right, that El Phantasmo match was so good.
Yeah,
I'm glad
no,
it got that time.
yeah, they had that like kind of young boy match, that they usually kick these things off with
Mhm.
at the beginning, which was fine, it was good. And then I'm like, Phantasmo's on the pre-show? Oh, okay. And then they tore it the fuck down. I mean, it was really, really
Yeah.
good.
It was great.
Real Hardcore Holly says the only retirement to ever make me cry. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Antoine, my homeboy, the only. Yes, absolutely. It really was. I think that's the only time I really don't cry over wrestling very
Yeah.
much. I can't recall many times where I ever have. Not because I'm not moved by it. I absolutely am. I just don't cry, but there were tears that night. I will say that. It was one of the most ornate, elaborate, beautiful things I have ever seen in a pro wrestling ring ever. And we're going to talk all
Mhm.
about it. Justin?
Yes. Can I just say that like us crying is a byproduct of Tanahashi boldly stating that like, hey,
For
I'll be
sure.
retiring in a year's time. But then he didn't do random shit over like 2025 to 2026. What he did was basically go have singles matches between everyone in the roster in New Japan.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
like when he had that match with Tiger Mask, I was like, Tiger Mask was also like, hey, I'm also retiring in a year. That made me, tear up a little bit. And
Yeah.
also,
Yeah.
he went outside of New Japan. He went to DDT
Mhm.
and he horridly kissed Dan Shokudino, the naughty guy.
Mhm.
But he made him cry, which is
Yeah.
crazy to me. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
also, I know it's not Wrestle Kingdom. This is not directly Wrestle Kingdom, but also like he went to Dragon Gate,
Mhm.
bequeathed his high fly flow to Yuki Yoshioka. He
Mhm.
gave his move, and I was like, oh holy shit! He doesn't. It, it's so different bequeathing a move versus like just getting the move, especially in Japan. When you're
Mhm.
bequeathed the move, it's treated with like 100 times the respect compared to
Right.
just like getting it off an encyclopedia,
Mhm.
So plus
Mhm.
like yeah, but anyways, I just had to say that because like
Justin,
the way
you're the perfect
yeah,
person for me to
sorry.
ask.
Yeah,
In your opinion, what is the biggest difference between the frog splash and the high fly flow?
it's the same.
Is
It's
it the
just a
exact same
different
thing?
yeah. It's
Okay.
because
I
the
didn't know if there was a
technical
difference or not, but you would know. So
yes, because like they have different terminologies for it, right?
Mhm.
Frog splash, technically the technical move name is a diving body press. Same for high fly
Mhm.
flow. So that's
Right.
just it. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I would say that Tanahashi's high fly flow has more in common with
Sexier.
Eddie Guerrero's
Yes.
Yeah.
frog splash than a lot of the frog splashes I see now, which is like there's a lot of leg kicking on the frog splash
Like a
Mhm.
people
frog,
do now.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they like
Yeah.
the leg kind of goes under their body and then they kick it up in the air
Mhm.
and to give it more impact. But the high fly flow looks more like Eddie Guerrero's, frog splash, which was the
Yeah.
first one
Yeah.
I ever saw. So,
Yeah.
and you could flip a coin between those two who did it better. But yeah, it was just a really emotional night. I think you could
Mhm.
Mhm.
feel that tension the entire show of like Tanahashi's going to retire tonight. We are going to
Mhm.
see this man in the ring for the last time tonight. The wrestlers, everybody, you kind of felt it, and I just yeah, it just blew me away. It really,
Mm.
really blew me away. I can't remember a time where something so momentous felt like it was happening right in front of us.
Mhm.
Um, but let's start at the beginning, shall we?
Mhm.
Um, we kick off with the Rambo, which we all expected. However, this may be the first time a Rambo has ever been for the 6-man tag titles. I've never seen that before. And I didn't realize that at the time until the end. Tino and I were talking a little bit about this before we went live, and the TMDK guys were in the ring, and I was like, "Ooh, this is going to be interesting." And then it was like, the match is over. Like, they're the new never open weight 6-man tag champs, and that's fine. You know, it was very. I love a good battle royal.
Do you think Zach hurt his neck on that finish?
I hope not.
I don't think so. He's very.
It just looked like
elastic.
Do you think it was like he was selling it a little bit? The way he like moved his neck when he, what did he do? Like the arm crossing and the upside down, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It looked like he tweaked his neck a little bit, but I think he's probably fine. You're right. Let's all hope you're right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he wrestled the next night and looked fine.
Yeah,
that's true. That's true.
Fine.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. He was in that main event the next night.
Yeah. Yes. And that main event, holy shit, of New Year's Dash was awesome with the KO Bros versus Zach and Oiwa. Yeah. Holy shit. I love Oiwa, man. He's got so much going for him.
He's such a viable contender versus Suji for the heavyweight championship.
Oh, we're gonna talk all about that because I'm excited right now because New Japan has been thrown into the deep end. They can't. There's no old reliables to bring out anymore. They're gone, all of them. You know, Tanahashi was the last one, and they can't do that anymore. So they got to build these new guys up. They got to make main eventers, and they got to make them quick. So I think this year could be very, very, very exciting for New Japan. It's going to feel weird at times, but I think it could be really, really great. So, so the Rambo was fun. One annoyance, you know, and I wanted Saya and Shuri to get a solid 20 minutes. And they got like 12. And I was kind of annoyed, but those women are so incredible. They had like a half-hour match in 12 minutes. I also was looking at the match times today, and I was like, no other singles match went longer than that. So
12 minutes,
aside from the main events. So you know, I mean, okay. At least it was pretty even across the board. Tino, how'd you feel about that match?
This is the match I watched the most. I watched it 3 times.
Really?
Mostly because I saw how y'all were treating Blade about not watching his Joshi stuff, and you weren't going to catch me lacking, so I watched it 3 times. No, this no, I loved this match. It was I think because it was so short, it looked so desperate the whole time.
Yeah.
And all of Shuri's moves look so freaking brutal.
Yeah.
They just look like they were just beating the crap out of each other, and I loved this match. It was so good. Even the little hate run in, I liked that.
So it's good that you watched it thrice because our partner here, Blade, we have allegations of Blade being a misogynist. So
whoa! No, that is
allegedly
unfair rumor perpetuated by somebody who will never be on this show again.
Professor degree?
Was it the professor?
No, it wasn't degree. It was fucking Casey. Calls me a misogynist immediately. Then I have to do a whole episode, and I'm stink eyeing him the entire time.
Yep, I watched that
Joshi
match 3
times. When I'm replying to him, I'm stink replying to him. You know, it's one of those things.
And I enjoyed it every time I watched it.
I agree.
Yeah. I was really shocked that Saya lost, to be honest.
Were you? Because I had no doubt in my mind that Shuri was gonna walk away retaining.
I expected it actually, because in a way, yeah. Because the way they've been booking Shuri, in my opinion, this could be open to interpretation. But like the way Shuri moves, number one, the way Shuri moves throughout any match she's given, intent and purpose. What do I mean by that? Like even when she does like the submissions in between, there's specific names for that. And it's in a way, it's like a micro Zack Saber Jr. kind of puzzle when she's like doing like, oh, she's doing the fucking white tiger, and you're like, what the fuck is the white tiger? Even on Japanese Twitter, they're like, what's white tiger? And they're like, oh, it's like this, like this, like this. It's like, oh my god, it's just like Zack Saber. And like, yeah. Anyways, but like Fury also has been very active in the Japanese indies and also in Pro Wrestling Eve versus Alex Windsor. And she's also had a great match. But the thing is, in general, basically, Fury within the match and also like for her finishers, the fucking like Emerald Flosion that she does, right?
Yeah.
The Ryuan and the Shusekai. But anyways, like it's been Saya, on the other hand, like I know that like a certain like piece of like wrestling fans were like, okay, what's the end game for Saya? What's the end game for Saya? Even the Japanese fans were like, yeah, what's the end game for Saya? Like I know she's like raking in a lot of money being like the champion, but like what's next after? But then good thing is like she lost the New Japan Strong Women's. So like I think it was a good thing because like it kind of like gives us like a little bit of uncertainty when it comes to the World of Stardom Championship, the red belt, compared to like her being like, oh yeah, she's gonna win, because like back then she wasn't like vying to be the MVP for Tokyo Sports, but now completely different.
And
Real hardcore
Saya's
Holly is
selling and all
coming
those
for-
moves. Oh, go ahead.
Real hardcore Holly's coming for blood in the chat here. Better than ZSJ.
Oh,
Holy shit. Antoine in the chat is woo-hoo-hoo!
Well,
Bringing the smoke.
Fury was an actual UFC fighter, right?
Yeah.
yeah, she is.
So,
She is.
so probably, yeah. She could probably take. Yeah, she's right.
Yeah, no,
You're
I
right.
think, I mean, as far as who could take who, yes, for sure.
Yeah,
for
she
sure.
could totally take. Yeah,
She's
you're right.
also a comedy wrestler.
Shuri?
Yeah.
You think so?
I'll tell you. No, she's
Isn't that
done a
as
lot
funny
of
to watch
comedy.
her kick
Oh, has
people's
she?
heads in? Yeah.
Also,
that's
like
hilarious.
she's not afraid to look like a fool, which is great too.
Right.
Yes, no, I've seen that quite a bit in Stardom and stuff where she's I think she's actually very funny. But I'm sorry, Tino, go ahead.
No, I was just saying Saya's selling of all of Shuri's moves just made it that like heightened it. It just made it look so much more brutal. I'm like the way she like bent her arm back like that. I'm like freaking. I almost popped my shoulder out just doing that.
Yeah.
You know, everything looks so brutal, and it was just it was such a good match.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was literally gross. There were some things that were just like, okay.
I'm like, how does her body bending that way?
Yeah, well, and that's the thing about, the difference between male and female body is women are extraordinarily flexible in ways that men could not begin to comprehend. But so literally everyone was not surprised. I guess
except for Blade.
Me not being the most informed Stardom guy worked against me. Okay. But yes, Antoine brings up a good point. He says he wasn't surprised. New Japan's coming to America and Shuri with them. Hopefully, I know that she's going to be in New Jersey like very soon.
Oh, is she?
Soon.
Yeah. With I believe with Stardom. So yeah. So yeah, I had seen Saya's. I had seen a few of her matches this year. Again, not a regular Stardom watcher. I only have so much time, but Saya blows me away. Her star power is unbelievable. Like her entrance, all of it. It's just, and then you see her wrestle and she's like fucking incredible. This one guy who I can't remember his name right now. Sorry, bud. But he made a video about the complete story of Saya and Tam Nakano. And it was so well done. He like tied together their entire history.
Story, yeah.
And it blew me away. I mean, it really, really, really blew me away. So, yeah, the level of talent there, Saya's your ace, for the foreseeable future in a lot of ways. But yeah, she's been champion for what, like over a year now, right?
Yeah, more or less over a year. Yeah. Also, sorry, go ahead.
When I realized it was for the strong title, I was like, okay, so anybody could win. I mean, I think I felt like they did that so that it felt like anybody could win. Go ahead, Justin.
Yeah. So like completely free. Kidding. No, like when it comes to like Saya, right? At first, over a year ago, a lot of people were like, ah, she's gonna turn heel. What's she gonna do? Like cry all the time because she's a known crier. She cries
Yeah.
every fucking single time, which is great, like, emote with whatever you want to emote. I'm all for it. But like when she turned heel, even I was surprised. She was like, okay, how is she gonna do that? Number one, she got rid of all her high flying moves. She kept just maybe like, a corkscrew kick or whatever. Because that she used to be the Golden Phoenix. Now,
Right.
Golden Phoenix is dead,
Yeah, she's the
and
Phoenix Queen. Yeah.
yeah, Fennec Queen. It's
Fennec.
different. Yeah.
Oh, my bad. All right.
Yeah. So just kidding.
I'm not beating
No,
these
but-
misogyny charges, man. It's just ugly. It's just ugly.
No, but yeah,
I'm
like
coming for you, man.
but yeah, like Saya has removed a lot of doubt coming from me, from a lot of people, and the way she's just handled being world champion in Stardom, and the way she would like endorse
Mhm.
Stardom in such a way that it was like the highest performing Bushi Road wrestling product out there versus New Japan. That's
Right.
alien, number one, and that's also like crazy to me. So much so that she was able to bring back mainstream wrestling on Japanese non-cable television. She had a televised, yeah, and like that's insane. It's happened. I think only when the Crush Girls were still like active.
That's so insane.
Yeah.
'Cause that was a very long time ago.
Yeah,
So
80s, 90s. Yeah,
Yeah, 80s. Yeah,
Wow.
that's wild.
yeah.
No, and I think this also sets them up where they can feud over the red belt and
Mhm.
continue to go at each other. And I think that Saya probably needed somebody that she could feud with like that. And this is one of those matches you're going to want to see over and over again. So,
100%.
It had such
I think-
good chemistry in the ring.
oh yeah, to
That
say the
ring
least.
chemistry was
Mm.
so good.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. So, how did we feel about Aaron Wolf?
Amazing.
Dude, that was his debut.
That was
Yeah, it
his
was.
first match. Yeah,
His straight up wrestling debut.
Yeah, versus
That
Evil.
was-
Yeah,
Yeah, that was insane.
in front of
Right?
46,000 people.
yeah.
Right.
No brush.
Just yeah, and he looked like it was not his debut. He looked like he'd been doing it for years. He just slipped right into it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
He looked like $1,000,000. Like, you guys remember the power slam that he did?
Mhm.
The Buzz Sawyer-esque power slam that he did. It was like when he was about to flip Evil, it was like delayed, and when the impact landed, even the Japanese fans were like, "What the fuck?" You know?
It was
Yeah.
crazy. Well, and
Yeah.
they were so smart about how they did this. One,
Mhm.
Evil was the perfect opponent for him because
Mhm.
Evil is such a comic book villain at this point and such like a over the top douchebag that it's like he spends half the match just like now he's incorporated the really bad fake laugh into his gimmick where he's like ha 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 and like
Legit evil laugh.
yeah, and it's like it's fine. It's fine. Like I respect
Yeah.
Evil for what Evil does.
Do
but
you?
Like
I do.
I don't love House of Torture,
Sure.
okay? But
Okay, that's how I feel about it.
Evil Lij Evil was my guy. I loved
Oh,
Lij
yeah.
Evil, and it's only been the last year where it's felt like he's really put this whole thing together for me.
Mhm.
So, but he was a great opponent in this context. So he really dominated most of the match, and I was at one point like, did Aaron Wolf blow up? Is he like fully blown up right now? Because he just kept getting his ass kicked. And I was like,
Right.
are they stalling? Like, is he like just trying to like catch his
Like
breath? or
out of
something?
breath. Yeah.
Nope. They were just waiting for the right time. And you can't put the guy over any stronger. And I'm gonna say the never open weight looks kind of good. Gold. I didn't realize that Evil had
Really?
spray painted it, but I thought it looked cool.
I mean,
It's
those
just a-
judo skills just transfer, right? Because he's
Oh,
like
yeah.
an Olympic judo.
Easily
yeah.
transferable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Not just that, he's triple crown judo champion, gold all Japan judo tourney, Asian Games, which is a big deal in Asia, lol, and obviously the Olympics. No one does that.
Yeah.
And he's like a mainstream celebrity too. And I feel like
Yeah.
with him being a possible ace in the future, goddamn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and Real Hardcore Holly brings up a great point. I don't care for Evil, but they both made me enjoy the match. Look, I do want to qualify this. When
Fair.
Evil was in the finals of the G1 this year, I
Yeah.
was like, if they give this to that motherfucker, I am going to
I would have
fucking
been so
scream.
mad.
But when he lost, I was like, he was a great opponent. Like, he was
Mhm.
great for that role because Takeshita represents what you want New Japan to be, and Evil
Uh-huh.
represents exactly what you don't want New Japan to be. And and they just played that heat up, and it made for a really, really good match.
Mhm.
But and there's some rumors going around about old Evil there. But we'll talk about that in a minute. I also thought Aaron Wolf coming out in the young boy gear was a very smart touch.
Yeah. That was good.
Beautiful.
It sent the right message, you know?
Mhm.
Even shaved his head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But no, he looked great. I thought he looked really, really good.
Does he have any training in the dojo? Do you guys know? Or did they just
He must
let him go?
He did. Like it was televised at some point.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like yeah.
He has to. But yeah, I mean, I'm very excited to see where he goes next.
Yeah.
And
But Tino, you're right. Like it translates the judo skills. Like it because like for white belt, as soon as you're white belt, they teach you how to do front roll, back roll, side roll, crawling on the mat, and whatever. So like
Right.
if you translate it into pro wrestling, chicken shit.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
yeah. Then we had our first main event. It was Konosuke Takeshita versus Yota Tsuji, which was a prediction I made when Takeshita won the belt. Was that it would make sense for him to hold it for a short time and drop it to one of the younger guys that they're moving up the card. And I think that was the right call. It was absolutely the right call. You give Takeshita the rub of winning the G1. But that guy that was so dominant in the G1 loses to Tsuji in the Tokyo Dome. Doesn't get much better for Tsuji in that case.
100%.
Right.
Yeah.
The match itself was great. It was 33 minutes long, I think.
Such a good match.
Such a great match. Yeah. And these two, I love how from Takeshita's first G1 appearance to now, they have built this kind of like rivalry between these two up on just a pure athletic level. Right.
Right.
And as well, I really liked that they built up like Takeshita's all business and Tsuji is like all New Japan. It's like it's all about New Japan for Tsuji. And you kind of have that light interplay of like he's an AEW guy, he's a New Japan guy. There's a million reasons for the Japanese crowd to cheer for Yota Tsuji, which is what you want. But most importantly, I felt like finally New Japan had to choose their next guy, like choose somebody, and I think they were going to last year with Shota, and then they were like, we can't. There's no fucking way. We just can't.
Not yet with Umino. I don't think he's even when we have our annual holiday, I don't think he's ready.
Stardust genius Shota Umino.
Mr. Roughneck.
Yeah. Roughneck. Oh my god.
Wait, Blade, if you were to rebrand Umino instead of Roughneck, what would you do to him?
That's a hard call. Hey, it's my friend Fuck Yo Mama 2 times. It's in the chat. That's right. Yeah, you won't
Did
be
you hide
fined.
his identity?
You won't be fine. Yeah, I'm not sure who Fuck Your Mama 2 times actually is. But
It's
we're friends.
the mystery.
Yeah, well, they've been at every single one of these tapings, so like a lot of love, a lot of support there. Hi, Fuck You Mama 2 times. Anyway, I like saying the name, okay? But I think with Tsuji, he's he's not the performer that Takeshita is, but who is, right? Like there's so few people. Suji's not quite at that level, but he's close enough. And I think Takeshita really, not this year, but the year before, I think he embarrassed all those young guys. Like he was so much farther ahead than all of them, and way farther ahead than Suji even. And I think Suji's really narrowed the gap, and that motivated him to like get his shit together in a bigger way. And so they looked really equal in this match, and really great rivals. And let's hope we see this match many times for the world title in a main event. Tino,
what was such a great rivalry.
So what was that?
Yes.
Just what was it going on? Oh, that match was my favorite. Also, I wrote down a note. They're both annoyingly handsome.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, you're right. They looked so equal in this match, and you just wanted to watch them beat the crap out of each other, and they did. Especially like with Yoda Tsuji or his comments prior to the match coming into it. So you knew it was like they were gonna beat the crap out of each other. Man, Takeshita. If Takeshita had won, it would be a weird choice, but I wouldn't even be mad at it because I love him so much.
There was a moment where it looked like he was about to hit the flaming, what is that called?
Raging Fire.
Raging Fire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Raging Fire.
I thought he was really going to hit it, and I was like, okay. Like, all right. Like, if they're going to keep it on Takeshita, I'm fine with that.
Exactly. And it gives, sorry, go ahead. It would have gave something, Tsuji something to chase still, which could be fun, but you're right.
Justin.
But I'm actually glad they pulled the trigger because like Takeshita was such a great foil, not just for Tsuji, but for the whole fucking company.
Yep.
Because like given the fact that he's like, a contractor, whatever, of 3 companies, DDT, AEW, New Japan, and like we all know he's been getting praises on AEW television, even DDT. With like if you watch DDT shows where he's like featured, everyone's like, yeah, you're like our DDT guy. Even if you leave us, even if you get out of your DDT contract, you're still by us. That's why we love you. Blah 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 blah. New Japan though, I liked it so much. I liked him being a fall because like number one, he's not used to being booed just because like he's not from that company, but also it also gives him like, I know he's already like a proven like good pro wrestler, but like it gives him like some sort of like chip on his shoulder that like, hey, I can also embody strong style. Hey, I can also be your New Japan guy. But then what I really enjoyed about the storytelling behind the match is like Tsuji being a junior and all, it's like, no, fuck you. I can be that lion, I can be that guy instead of you, and I'll prove it to you. And by God, he did it,
Yeah.
He said, I can be that guy, and I am that guy.
Exactly.
You're an outsider, right?
Right.
You don't even go here.
Yeah, you don't even go here. But no, and Tsuji, like I said, he looked good. I had a pretty strong suspicion he was their guy when I saw him in the G1 this year. And, I admit, New Japan isn't, I don't watch every show, but the big stuff I do watch. And when I was watching the G1 this year, seeing that new entrance that he had with Hiromu and Shingo and like the smoke and like, I'm like, Shooter's not getting that entrance. You know what I mean? Like,
no, definitely not.
No, they're like giving this guy an extra level of stuff. And so it felt that way for a while, like Tsuji and just the crossover between him and Takeshita, the rivalry, they've both beaten each other. So it was really, really cool. Great match. Fantastic match. And Tsuji winning with the Boston Crab, the young boy,
dude, making
like,
Takeshita freaking tap, that is crazy.
To a Boston
that was
Crab.
wild.
Yes.
Yep.
Could you believe? Sorry. Go ahead.
To be fair, it looked brutal. Like, especially after you took all that punishment. Like, it really did look brutal.
A bunch of like Japanese fans on threads, they've been surprisingly, when I posted about Wrestle Kingdom, every fucking Japanese fan was like commenting. They were happy that Takeshita lost via Boston Crab because they're like, over time, they were blaming Chris Jericho, by the way. Over time, the Boston Crab has lost its its potency because it was being featured on every fucking single match. I mean, no discredit to Jericho, obviously, but like at the same time, like it kind of lost its allure with Jericho. I guess I don't want to blame it on Jericho. Everyone does it, but
I
like
do.
I refuse to blame Jericho for that.
no, no, but like that's
Wait, number
unfair.
one Jericho fan.
We were hanging out on January 6th, and he was telling me
Exactly.
like,
Oh, is that where you were? Okay.
he's got it all figured out. Yeah, don't worry about it.
But that aside, can you believe Kevin Kelly wanted Suji to get rid of his smile every entrance? Fuck that.
What?
Fuck.
He's got
Yeah,
freaking
Kevin-
perfect teeth. Why wouldn't he?
exactly.
What a genius Kevin Kelly has turned out to be.
Right.
Antoine brings up a great point in the chat here. Now, who does he drop the global title to? Okay.
Ooh.
What the fuck? Why does he have to have two belts in the first place? You
That's
have
cool.
theoretically but they just did this with Ibushi like 5 years ago.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm
True.
just yeah.
Why do they do this where now you're the IWGP heavyweight champion? We'll get to that in a minute. But you're the IWGP heavyweight champion and you've got to drop the secondary title to somebody. Which belt is he going to lose first? You know what I mean? So it's, and they both, Tim and Takeshita both promised to defend him separately. So, you know, I just think there's plenty of people who could use that global title. You know what I mean? And I don't know. Him defending both is just like, oh, come on. You know? I don't
is
want
he
somebody
okay
to,
with not main eventing for the global title, or is it just for the heavyweight? Like, which one is he more? You know,
or is he wrestling twice on a show? You know,
Right.
And that's the
Yeah.
gimmick is that
yeah.
he's wrestling twice on the show. Is it going to cost him the heavyweight title? Is it going to cost him the global heavyweight title? Who knows? Maybe he'll have a short reign. That is, you know, I know you guys know this. That is typically what happens in New Japan is somebody has a short reign. Here's the problem. Nobody else with more experience is around to take it from him. So
Exactly.
I mean, I was hoping
Exactly.
Taichi would.
Yeah, put it on Evil.
Hey, my guy Taichi. That's right. That's right. Belt up Taichi. That's what I say.
Yeah.
I love Taichi, man.
Comes out
Dude,
with
I
like a
love
tuxedo
Taichi.
mask.
He has the greatest gimmick. One of the greatest gimmicks I've ever seen, which is like
Black
he's like
Mephisto.
he's a self-aware honky tonk man, right? He comes out, he's in on the joke, right? He's
Yeah.
terrible at lip syncing. He's terrible at looking like he's musical in any way. But he plays it up to the hilt like he thinks he's really good at it. And everybody kind of plays along with him after a while because, you know, like I was saying in the last episode, like the first time you see Tanahashi play air guitar, you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then now, if he stopped doing the air guitar, you'd be like, hey, what are you doing? You do the air guitar, you know?
It was such a big moment at the
Yes.
at the end of the
Same
show.
thing
Sorry,
with-
there were yeah.
Yeah. Same thing with Tai Chi. Like if he stopped doing the lip syncing gimmick, it would break my heart. Okay, let's okay, guys. We haven't even gone through Wrestle Kingdom.
Put it on Yo.
And it's gonna be
Covered in Ziploc bags. It's fine.
it's gonna be a very long show. So the last
Okay with
match. Yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, it was that kind of show. The last match, we all know who it was. Like I said, this tension had been present the entire night where we all know Tanahashi's retiring, you know, and we all know that this is all coming to an end. That literally an entire era of New Japan is going to end in front of us. It's not often that you can say that, you know what I mean? And it really didn't feel that way for John Cena or Sting or any of those people because Sting's era ended way before he retired. You know what I mean?
Yep.
John
100%.
Cena's era has been over for a while, you know? The guys who are wrestling Super Cena, most of them aren't around anymore. So,
Right.
Yeah.
you know, aside from like Brock Lesnar or somebody like that, you know, so like,
No.
or The Miz, I guess, but very
Both great
few.
guys.
Both just wonderful. I'll next January 6th, I'll mention that to Jericho. So the I might as well lean into it, but holy shit, from entrances, Okada's entrance, Tanahashi's entrance, I just felt this heightened state of emotion. I'm getting chills thinking about it right now as I'm talking about it. Watching Tanahashi come out, asking myself, how much has that dude cried today? You know what I mean? Before this match even happened. Spending an entire year trying to generate buzz about everybody else on that roster so he could leave this company in better shape with his retirement. He used the entire year to do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
What were you guys, Justin, what were you feeling watching Tanahashi walk down the ramp?
Need I say more, Blade? Like I cried so much. I'm sure. I think it's a matter of like discussing like how long did I cry and versus like whether I cried or not. No. I kid you not. I don't cry a lot. Lol.
Yeah.
But like but this particular moment, goddamn, like he was like, I don't know, like I made, obviously, like we have an inside joke, right? Like of him, whether, because I thought, my dumbass thought like last year versus Evil was going to be like a hair versus hair match, and I was surprised that he kept the hair on. but like coming back full circle after 1 year, him actually retiring, I was like, oh god, like I can't believe like this man is retiring. Like he made New Japan so enjoyable to watch. Not to discount the other wrestlers in the roster, right? But like he had his presence alone was able to transform New Japan from being like shoot style, pancrase style. I mean, I like it, but like not everyone's going to like it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
He transformed it into something more geared towards the audience, towards a more like an audience that you couldn't insult their their intelligence rather. So like to me, like he's what made New Japan what it is. Without Tanahashi, we wouldn't have Okada. Without Tanahashi, we wouldn't have Bullet Club even. Well, not yes, indirectly, but yeah.
But who was Devitt upset with when he formed Bullet Club? It was he was gunning for Tanahashi, So it's
that's true. That's true.
I mean, that's kind of
you're forgetting
thing.
the importance of Cody Rhodes and Bullet Club. Just want to throw that in there.
Yeah, like a blade.
Anyway, how about you, Tino? Let's not get you talking about Cody Rhodes. Let's talk about anything else. How did you feel?
I legit thought you froze for a second.
Nope. I mean, I did. Like inside, I'm like, he's really right. I can't believe this. Yeah. So how do you feel watching Tanahashi walk down the ramp?
It's one of those times when you're watching a match and you're like, this is going to be a thing that people go back to. This is a historical match. And you know it from the jump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watching Tanahashi walk down the ramp, it was just like, this is the last time. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see that on his face. He knew. I think one of the reasons too it made it so emotional is that, Sting was ready. John Cena, whatever you want to say about his retirement run, he was ready. I don't know if Tanahashi necessarily was. It was more like I have to, like my body is not letting me do this anymore, and it's time. And so I think that too led to the emotion of it all. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I didn't cry then, but maybe later I might have.
Yeah. So it's one of those things with Tanahashi where the minute he's walking down the ramp, I'm like, okay, this is one of the biggest moments in the history of New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, no. This is one of the biggest moments in the history of pro wrestling.
Wrestling.
And then I'm like, wait, no. This is one of the biggest moments in the history of pro wrestling on any continent, anywhere, ever. Like Hiroshi Tanahashi is genuinely like one of the very greatest wrestlers there's ever been. He put New Japan on his fucking back. And him going out in front of 46,000 people when I saw him win the world title for the first time, for the heavyweight title, by beating fucking Giant Bernard in a tournament final in 2006. And the crowd is like teeny tiny compared to any of this. And this begins with him, and now it ends with him, you know? And so it just blew me away, Justin.
So, do you remember his goal during the late 2000s? He was like, I would love to see the Tokyo Dome get sold out.
Yep.
That alone,
okay.
that
Sorry,
comment that he made, like from like from like
Yeah,
years
you're right.
back, when it comes again full circle, like thing, you know, like when imagine him like exiting the ramp for the very last time ever, looking at Tokyo Dome sold out, 47,000 people. I would cry. Yeah.
Well, and it's there aren't people. I mean, I think what was evident by the end of this match, even there just aren't a lot of people in the world like Hiroshi Tanahashi. This guy is built different. He's just different. He is one of those people that, you know, he had the will to get things where they got, you know. And of course, there's no Okada without him. There's no Bullet Club. And in many ways, I think if they didn't have him to target, they would have been a lot less effective. And
100%. Yeah.
you know, and so here we are, you know, 18 years later or so, 20 years almost after he first won that world title. They got 20 years. And this guy has main evented 10 Wrestle Kingdoms, 11 Wrestle Kingdoms, something like that. He's done it all. And he was a great in-ring worker. He was an incredible personality. And in this match with Okada, I mean, it has it all. You know, Tanahashi may not be able to do the athletic shit that he used to do, but this guy, the drama that these two created with each other was in fucking insane. When Okada did tease the Rainmaker thing and then he flipped off the crowd, the boos were like, oh my God.
It was so good.
Yeah.
Oh
Amazing.
my God. And then he had to become the Rainmaker to put him away.
Right. Tanahashi had to bring that out of him.
Yes. He kept pushing
because
him.
he hasn't done it in 2 years.
Yeah, it's been a long
the
time.
thing, right?
Oh my God, he hasn't done the full thing in like 2 years.
Yep.
And he had to go back to when he was first wrestling Tanahashi. He had to go back to that old Okada to put him down.
Poetic, very poetic.
Yeah,
so poetic. Oh my God.
I don't know if that's what Okada was saving that for. Because he's protected that move for I don't know how long, but the 2 years, right?
Yeah.
It was the perfect
Now it's
moment.
like that, yeah.
My dog thinks so too. She wants to.
Hey, baby. Yeah. So Okada was so good in this match. I mean, played it to the hilt. He really was kind of that punk ass Rainmaker that Tanahashi met, you know, for the first time all those years ago. You know, he was.
It reminded me of that too, actually.
Yeah, where he
the
was
Rainmaker Shock era.
Yeah, where he was being a young, arrogant shit who hadn't earned it really, you know. And now, obviously, he's earned it, but like he's reverted back to being this little shit. And it was only through respect that he could beat Tanahashi. And when they finally counted that 3, I kind of couldn't believe it. I mean, there was a part of me that they actually convinced like he might win.
Yeah.
He might win. And realistically, there's no chance in hell he's going to win, you know? But holy shit.
Well, if you think about his last year, he's done so much to put everyone over.
Yes.
And I feel like even though like Okada doesn't need it, he was still putting someone over at the very end.
Well, he was kind of transferring his legacy in a lot of ways.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, and Okada is his successor. That's always what he was going to be. even if he's in AEW, you know, how cool. How cool
And he
is that?
got Okada to stop being a prick for 2 seconds to where he actually thanked him.
And I loved
Yeah,
that. After the
crazy.
match, Okada immediately drops character and he's
Mhm.
like, he bows to him, takes the mic. Go ahead, Justin.
Did you see his face after pinning Tanahashi? He was on the verge of crying. He wanted to stop.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Big time. And they were talking to each other, you know, like Tanahashi's on the ground. They're kind of like trying to have a bit of a conversation. And then, he bows to him. He shows him the respect and gives it up to him and gets the hell out of the ring to like get back into dickhead mode.
Although he did
And-
needle him a little bit by saying, "I'm sure you're tired."
Yeah.
Tanahashi's whole thing is, "I've never been tired."
Right. I've never been tired. Yes. Which
Right.
backstage he finally said, I'm so tired.
Tired.
Yeah. Yeah. But then having Jay White's music hit. That was like, what the fuck?
Mhm.
Like, that's the last guy I'm expecting to see. And Jay comes down, looks great, looks fresh, you know. I hope he's coming back soon. I miss Jay White so bad. But he walks down the ramp, you know, he gets in the ring, and he's so like gracious. Like you can tell he is so honored to be there.
Yeah.
And
Even did the Tanahashi pose, you know?
yeah.
Oh, everybody did.
Yeah.
Except
Well,
Buddha.
then he,
Came down. Oh yeah.
yes. Yes.
Even
Well, and
Buddha.
yeah, Buddha. Jesus Christ. He's taking selfies and shit in the ring.
It was like watching your uncle trying to like take a selfie. Like, how do you use this thing?
Yeah. And then but you know, Jay comes out, looks dead serious, you know, like so respectful. I mean, Tanahashi put him over. He was the first big name Jay White beat, really, in a lot of ways. And he beat Tanahashi for his first world title as well. So
Yeah.
you know, huge. And then you have you know, Kenny, Kota Ibushi, you have Osprey. Osprey, by the way, whoever's been working on Osprey's hair, good job.
Really?
It's gotta be Alex.
Alex is like, okay, while you're home, we're working on this.
Yes. Exactly.
And yeah, so it just felt so massive. But then you hear
Fujinami.
Oh,
shit, sorry,
fucking
sure.
Fujinami
Sorry.
come out. And then eventually, you know, Kenny comes out. Kota Ibushi comes out walking. Fucking
Crawling.
psychopath.
Yeah, hobbling.
I mean,
yeah, hobbling.
hobbling, but still,
He's-
I mean, he's should be in a wheelchair, you know.
Have you seen
Yeah.
Have you seen Kenny's or Koda's live on Instagram? He was driving.
Yes.
Ibushi was driving. What a freak.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so and Kenny's like, don't walk too fast, like slow down. You know,
Yeah.
like, and he's like
Mhm.
watching like older brothering him, you know. And
He's being that good partner. He's like, you know, watching after his man, you know.
there you go. There you go. But
A married couple.
then Shibata's music hits. And I don't know why, I just wasn't prepared for that. And Ibushi just turns to tears. You know, or not Ibushi, sorry.
Tanahashi. Yeah.
turns to tears and can't keep it together. And the way, you know, Tino, why don't you take this? Why don't you talk about this?
This is the one that got me because I was like, you could tell that there's like this brotherly love between the two of them.
Yeah.
And they were just like, it's really over. This part of this time in our lives is truly over. And I feel that's what that was, where they kind of like, they gave each other some chops because they were trying not to cry. And then, you know, they just had to fall into each other and hug. And they just, you know, the tears came. And that's what got me. I was like, oh, you can tell they love each other so much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Shibata almost fucking died, you know?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, 9 years ago.
Yeah. Have you heard like there was this tidbit that I was reminded of by someone on either X or Blue Sky. Like when Shibata was having brain surgery, it was Tanahashi who was with him.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'm like, wow, very
Stop trying to make me cry right now, Justin.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, like very, very deep brotherhood. But that aside, right? Like what I really appreciated was like, Shibata coming out with the Ops t-shirt, immediately like rips it off,
Rip-
just
mm,
takes it off just to say like, hey, I'm not Ops Shibata right now. I'm shoot Shibata right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
So
it
that was
just
great.
went at him too. And they went at each other for a minute
They
there.
locked
and
up
then,
and chopped. Yeah.
yeah, it was like the most manly emotional thing I've ever seen, where it was like they chopped the living shit out of each other, and then Shibata's like, "You get over here." I mean, it was just
Yeah.
unbelievable moment.
And you notice he couldn't
And
stay. I think he was too emotional to stay in the ring.
I think he was. I think
because
you're right.
he was
Yeah,
like,
he
all
didn't
right, I'm
stay in the
out.
ring. He's
Yeah,
like, I'm out.
gone.
Nobody's seeing me cry. I'm out of here.
Yep.
And probably went back and
I'm a
fucking
heel
became
right now. I
puddle.
can't do this.
Yeah. And so yeah, I can't let Hangman Page use this against me later. And so the music hits that you're not expecting at all.
That's what I
Tetsu
was
and
not
Naito.
expecting.
Yeah. Nobody's
That was the
expecting
last
Naito.
person I expected, Naito.
Yeah. And I just to be clear, Kota Ibushi has been in a New Japan ring. And that was because Tanahashi said, you let this motherfucker back for this one night.
Yeah.
I mean, they are not on good terms at all.
No.
But Naito's music hits. There is a very long.
I wanted to time it when I was watching it last night. I was like, I should have timed this.
If you guys
It was
notice,
5 minutes for him to get to the ring.
if you guys notice, like there was like a point where the New Japan theme ended, and they were like, "Fuck it, we'll play the Noah song instead."
Yeah. Well, right.
And then-
The New
Yeah.
No. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
it was just wild. And Bushi didn't even come out for at least a minute. And then Bushi comes out, and then Naito takes forever to come out. Then Naito walks down the ramp slower than anyone I've ever seen. He could give Roman Reigns like fucking a lesson in how to walk down the ramp.
Hey,
Literally at a
tranquilo is
snail's
what it
pace.
is. Tranquilo.
Yeah, he was super tranquilo.
Yeah. So
And,
much so that I think because of that, like Tanahashi was able to like emotionally recover. He was
Right.
like,
Yeah,
I'm
He
fucking
started like
ready.
tapping his watch. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Tanahashi's face was hilarious. But then he comes down and he says, I didn't know if I'd ever be in a New Japan ring again. He never really broke character. He, remained in that kind of obstinate, bug-eyed, weird look that he does.
Yeah.
And but he said, he gave his thanks, and you could tell it was very, very felt, very deeply felt, and very sincere. And I think part of him walking so slowly down there was he wanted to take it in, because that might be the last time he's ever at the Tokyo Dome doing that,
I feel like that's a testament to who Tanahashi is, where there's so many people who showed up that have very public grievances with New Japan, but they all came to give respect to Tanahashi.
Right.
Yeah, like Naito left not even a year ago, under some weird, not ideal circumstances.
Yeah.
And he still came back to say, thank you.
Right.
That's just, I think we can all rest assured that Tanahashi is legitimately a good guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, and they said, after the, the ceremony and the pageantry and everything, Walker Stewart is saying, talking about Tanahashi and what he's done for him personally, like when he was brand new there, Tanahashi was the guy checking in with him to make sure he had everything he needed, to make sure he was doing all right, when he was so intimidated to talk to anybody. Of all people, it's Hiroshi Tanahashi who's sitting there checking in with him, like the biggest legend in the company, Justin.
I also learned something new. Like I forgot who posted it, sorry in advance, but like the reason why we have a lot of Joshi presence on AEW and international TV is because when Tanahashi became president, he was the one actively pushing them, and like someone actually documented it, and he was like, look, it's I think it was Ring of Honor. They were both featured on the card. He was like, this is Nakano Tama like go take a photo of her,
Mhm.
meet these guys backstage, talk to
Mhm.
them, and that's how we got Willow and Tam Nakano.
Wow.
Yeah,
Unbelievable. So then
selfless, very very selfless.
Tana's walking up the ramp
Oh shit! Yeah,
and he's waving goodbye. And then he walks to this side ladder thing that I'm like, what the fuck is happening now? And Tino, before we started, you called it his WrestleMania 3 Pope Mobile.
Yeah.
He's on this giant platform car thing that drives around the entire arena. So even if you had the cheapest seats in the building, he said goodbye to you too.
yeah.
Mhm.
And they filmed the entire thing. They had no hard out. So like,
Yeah.
it's like at least a solid 20 minutes of watching
It's
him.
so long. It's
And
so long.
and
Still
he's
waving.
He's just waving and then occasionally just going, arigato. And then, just,
And also doing this.
yes, doing the
Yeah.
pose, yes. And then eventually it was over. But
Mhm.
you
forgot we got some air guitar before that too.
we did. You're right.
We got some air guitar.
Yes. And we saw the end of the ace, the end of Hiroshi Tanahashi as an active performer. Unbelievable. And then tragedy struck. And I wasn't prepared for this. But Justin, based on you last year making so many jokes about him losing his hair.
Yeah, we need to talk about
Hiroshi
this.
Tanahashi said that this weekend, which has already started in Japan, that this weekend he's going to get a haircut and that he's going to cut the back of his hair off. And
It's all your fault, man.
I blame you.
I manifested it into existence.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of like kicked myself in the butt on the way here from.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
I hope you did.
And solidarity, actually, I also like shaved my head off.
Yeah. Well, as penance, right? You know, as penance.
Shame.
Definitely wasn't shaved already, and you just touched it up. Yes. No, that's. Yeah. I'm glad that there was a price paid because the ace is going to have short hair, and that feels wrong. Okay, I've been watching Tanahashi from like 2004, 2005, 2006. Yes, exactly. Antoine in the chat, he knows what's up.
That beautiful hair is just gone, and I'm just upset about it.
You see,
it's
blaming Justin, rightfully.
It's a beautiful lion's mane, and he's getting rid of it. He's gonna look like young Simba now.
My God. So that was Wrestle Kingdom. So we're gonna move on to talk about the new era of New Japan Wrestling. New Japan Pro Wrestling, in my opinion, Antoine and I talked about this a little bit last week, but I think it deserves further discussion. They have had chances to push new people for a long time. Antoine felt they went too hard on Ibushi, years ago. I mean, certainly history would bear that out because of how everything ended.
Right.
But I'm not sure with all the same information if I would have felt that way at the time. He did win 2 G1s back to back. He did, he had a really, really huge push, but he wasn't a young guy, at the time. And so, he was almost 40 when they were pushing him, and so, and by the time they finally got around to Sonata and Evil and all these other guys, they're in their mid-30s at the earliest.
Right.
And Ospreay left before he ever really was the guy. Jay White was the guy for a very short period of time.
Yeah.
Oh, it was really kind of this mainstay group of Tanahashi, Okada, and eventually Naito, right?
Naito, yes.
And now none of those guys are there. And so we have officially entered a new era. Yota Tsuji brought back the most beautiful belt in the history of belts, the best belt that ever belted. V4 is officially back. They got a brand spanking new one made because that
really was that
so shiny. Do you see how shiny that thing looked?
I thought they just like polished it or something. No, it's
I don't
completely
know.
I
new.
guess they could have. It looks new.
It looks brand
Well,
new.
yeah,
I mean-
I feel like it's also new. Yeah,
Yeah, it's fucking
good for
it
them.
looks new.
gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah, me too. It's
But
beautiful.
I was kind of surprised that they went back to calling it the IWGP Heavyweight title.
Heavyweight. Yeah,
And they took World out of it. I don't recall a promotion ever doing that before. Where, like, I think they did merge the lineages, but
they did.
which thank God. But like, I don't recall a promotion ever going back from World to just calling
From
it
heavyweight.
Heavyweight. Yeah.
Well,
And
Kind of
I
makes
don't really
sense for
care.
Tsuji though. No, it kind of makes sense for
Yes.
Tsuji though because he is
Mhm.
the New Japan guy. He's not
know.
concerned with the rest of the world.
yeah, but
Notice-
So it kind
also
of makes sense for him.
semantically, it's also redundant because IWGP. What does it mean? International Wrestling Grand Prix. So I'm like,
There you go. There you go.
yeah. So I'm like, it's all right. But at the same time, I get it because like he wants to bring back the lineage because like if you go back to the history of the World Heavyweight Championship,
Mhm.
if he had kept it, what is he like the 14th, the 13th? Whereas
Yeah.
if he had kept the original lineage, now rightfully
He's
so,
like-
the 87th.
The 87th
Right.
champion.
Yeah, the 87th IWGP heavyweight champion. And to me that's like, okay, good for you. And
Yeah.
I guess he listens to the fans online,
Well,
which is great.
Because
Yeah.
somebody did, for Christ's sake. I mean, I
Yeah.
think like the overwhelming opinion, I do know some people who liked that other belt, but I'm like, they tended to be new fans who didn't know
Yeah.
the V4. And once you see the V4 and you're like, yeah, they literally got rid of
Yeah,
it.
why did they change
Gorgeous.
Like-
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody is like, that was a good call. Like, why would you ever get rid of that belt?
Yeah.
That's why the fucking belt was so goddamn cursed, you idiots.
Yeah. And
But
if
most of the people who made that decision are gone now.
yeah, if you guys remember, like people were like saying like they merged the Intercontinental and the Heavyweight into the IWGP Divas Championship. It looked so much like it.
It did kind
It
of
looks
look
like the
Divas
butterfly
Championship.
belt. It's too bad.
Yeah.
It's too bad. It looked all right on a few people. I thought it looked good on Zack Sabre. I thought it looked good on.
Yeah, I didn't hate it. Yeah, I didn't hate it, but I missed V4 terribly.
Never get rid of the V4. Just never get rid of it. It's the most.
I gotta
beautiful
believe
belt.
Tsuji just knew. He's a man of style.
Yeah.
He knows what looks good.
Well, anybody with fucking eyes should be able to tell. Fucking beautiful piece
It does
of
look
art.
so much
It's just
better.
so much better. Antoine, good point in the chat over here. Antoine's like they should design the women's title the same way. Totally agree.
Actually,
Mhm.
Totally agree.
Antoine, just to build up on that, like if you notice, the women's title looked like V3 of the heavyweight.
Yep.
So I guess
would
maybe
love-
down the line.
Yeah, I'd love to see down the line them kind of do some kind of V4 tribute. But they've been forced into a position where they finally had to pick their guy. And we were talking about this earlier. Tsuji's a good pick, but
Yeah.
he's not the only guy there. You've got Oiwa and you've got
Jake Lee.
You fuck right off, okay? You fuck right off with that.
It's
They've
funny to
got-
me because I know you haven't finished New Year's Dash yet.
Oh, right. No, there's some
Don't
shit
worry.
there.
I've been spoiled. Don't worry. I've been spoiled.
Oh,
We can
okay.
talk
I was
about
gonna
it.
say.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh,
But
like,
you
you just
do
made
have-
that comment on your own. That's hilarious.
Yeah. don't-
Yeah. No, they do have Oiwa, and they also have Uemura, who I think both of those guys are really close.
Ooh,
And-
you're right.
And that's a top of the roster group of guys. That if that's the future of your main event, you are in good ass shape. It's just time to finally go with them.
Mhm.
Okay, guys, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Given that Bullet Club and affiliated have been probably begrudgingly merged into Unbound Company,
Mhm.
I expect future changes. Given that, what do you think of Ren Narita being like a potential contender down the line?
He's a little weirdo, and I love him.
Yeah, I like him too.
Antoine also says, "What about Ren Narita?"
Yeah, I was gonna say, how old is Narita?
20-ish, 20 something, late 20s.
Okay,
I
yeah,
guess.
because he was somebody
Might
I
be
was
wrong.
like, he's
I remember
somebody
him
that could,
reminding me
look to.
so much of Shibata,
He was,
prior to the House of Torture. They got to build him up as a serious guy, though. Like, I mean, like he needs an overhaul completely. He needs to get the fuck away from the House of Torture.
Yes, I think everybody does.
To me, he's like the heel version of Umino right now. You know, like
he kind of is. He kind of is.
Like,
and
Sorry, go ahead.
They've even got other guys that I think could be serious if they really got behind him. Like Sho, he's great. Like he's really really good.
Are you talking about Dick Togo II? Show? he called himself that for a while during the World Tag League, I think. Yeah.
Oh my god. Fucking, he's like, how do I get the most heat possible? Yeah. So I think you definitely have things you need to address, but they've got a lot of quality talent. But like Sho is another guy who's like a Sonata thing where it's like. He was rising up 5-6 years ago, and then he's just been like stuck in this House of Torture thing forever now.
Yeah.
And I think it's really stalled him, from going anywhere. And, I do find him entertaining, actually. He's actually pretty entertaining when he comes out with a cigar and all that shit. Like, he has a personality.
Oh, just 100%.
Let him be a heel heavyweight who's going after the belt. I think he could be a fun opponent for Tsuji or Uemura or any of those guys. But I think what they've really got to do is just lean into that young core. And
100%.
Beyond time, figure out what to do with Umino. I think, Antoine, I know earlier in the discussion here said, we need that shooter back, that Moxley young boy shooter guy that we felt like they were breeding him to be the roughneck. That they were breeding him to be, but don't call him the roughneck and don't dress him in fucking pink for a while, at least. And he's got to figure out a way to earn the admiration of the crowd. And I think the only way to do that is to go back down the ladder with a totally different character. Like he comes out at New Year's Dash with Uemura, who he's going to drag to hell if they keep those two together. Okay. They're trying to get a tag team shot or something. And I mean, the Japanese audience is booing the shit out of this guy.
Yeah.
I like Shota Umino. I think he's a talented worker. But this is like, there is no hope.
Yeah.
In his current configuration. You cannot.
He just doesn't connect with the audience.
No.
Honestly, like, remember when he was booed and he actually like shaved his head when he was like, I'm gonna tease a second chapter. I was hoping for like a total rehaul of his character.
I thought that's what they were gonna do.
No, I was a bit disappointed by that.
I was more than a bit disappointed.
But
I was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
But like Uemura, has this natural charisma. He reminds me a shitload of Tanahashi. And and Oiwa, just people are drawn to that guy. And then on New Year's Dash, so the results. So we're
don't worry.
The United Empire comes out with their new fucking god, Jake Lee. And and then Will Ospreay's music hits at the end of their match. And Will Ospreay comes out and says he's gonna be back in New Japan. He's talking with Callum Newman, who is another charisma vacuum that I would love to see like take the next step. And I think he's going to, but they are teasing that Ospreay is going to come back, probably be murdered. And Jake Lee is going to turn the United Empire against him. And I like that. I like that idea, honestly, because if they can make Jake Lee actually compelling, that would be great.
Cross company too, like given how like Andrade is in the Don Callis family, and given that like Ospreay, has been butting heads with them from time to time, I would love to see like a more heelish like United Empire.
That's kind of what I thought they were going for there.
Yeah.
That's where it's going for sure.
Hope so. Yeah.
Yep. So, so I think that's exciting. I think, Ospreay kind of being like another Okada where it's like you come in, but it's in a really important spot and you do something really big for New Japan. You know, Callum Newman wanted to hit him with a chair and they all stopped him. And it was so well done because the only person who didn't see Callum Newman try to hit him with the chair was Ospreay. Everybody in the ring played their role perfectly in that. And I loved how Ospreay came in. He shook everybody's hand, hugged everybody, and he just looks at Jake Lee and he's like very begrudging acknowledgement of Jake Lee. You know,
poor guy. Like I feel so bad for Jake Lee because I watched this Noah stuff. He's not He's not like the most alluring guy charisma wise, but like I do like his in ring, and like. I like the shoot stuff, like he's Zainichi Korean, aka he's a Korean guy in Japan, grew up in Japan, only spoke Japanese. He's gone through a lot of like discrimination most of his life, given how they were treated since World War II and before that.
Yeah.
But what I hate is I'm hoping like on the Japanese side of things, like I wish that the heat is not because of that. But also at the same time, like, but I hope it's just because of his personality. But yeah, like, but also like, that's another dimension that people fail to notice, I guess. But at the same time, I do like him because of his in ring. Yeah,
he's got kind of a Bray Wyatt manipulator kind of character.
Yeah.
Where he like calls himself a liar and calls himself. Kind of like almost more what I wish they actually did with Bray Wyatt, where it was like, I don't want him to be a mystical guy. I want him to be like a manipulative lying cult leader, that's kind of who Jake Lee his character actually is. Shane G75 in the chat says, gangsters, what's up? What up, Shane? Good to see you in the chat, friendo. But yeah, so I think that's a very interesting direction. When Jake appeared in the G1, a year ago, was it a year ago? Yeah. I don't think he was around long enough to really get over with, certainly with me. But and then slightly less importantly, the New Japan crowd. There's me, and then you get over with the crowd. And if you impress me, the crowd will love you. That's what I always tell the boys. They can't hear me. I'm shouting it at my TV usually. So that's that. So it'll be interesting, but I also liked that the Bullet Club is over. I think that was long overdue.
Same. R.I.P. Respect. Yeah, but like, it's overdue.
Did they end it because Tanahashi?
No. So they said Yota Tsuji ended it. That he announced that they were going to merge unaffiliated with War Dogs. And I think it's really because some of these dudes are leaving for sure. Like, I think Maloney might leave.
I feel like Clark Connors will probably go to AEW.
Yeah, he's definitely
with Tekla.
Tekla, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking as well. Do you think we get Wilson in AEW though? Do we get Wilson in AEW? With
I hope so. It's such a great development of this like BOSJ bullshit, like Wilson.
I was embarrassed at how much I popped for Wilson. When he pulled it out, I was like, "Oh, Wilson!" I was like, "I can't believe I just popped for that." I was like embarrassed for myself.
No, they definitely will bring it back, given how we're popping right now about it.
Well, and I think Clark Connors definitely, the only way for him to grow anymore as a performer is to probably wrestle on TV in America. And it's not that I'm not saying he's a bad performer by any stretch. I think as a character, he has ways to go. But I think Gabe Kidd very well might be out the door. And
I think so. AEW bound.
Or dual contract.
I would think more dual contract because he talks so much trash about AEW. I don't think he can just come over. If he does, it could be an interesting development because everybody says, well, then now you're a sellout.
Right. Well, and I think you have, and there's this tension in the Death Riders too. Like he's obviously in the Death Riders. He's British. Pac's British. Pac hasn't been seen with John Moxley in some time, like who knows? It's gonna
That's
get
true.
really, really weird. But
Finding
But
out
yeah,
that
so-
Pac's favorite band is the Specials has painted him in a new light for me.
Mm-mm.
imagining Pac, that person, that
Yeah.
angry, gigantic, short
Yeah.
man,
Yeah.
Mhm.
just hatefully driving a car,
Yeah.
listening to the Specials.
He's just
listening
in
to
his
ska.
car. Listen. Yeah. He loves
Like,
ska.
Just can't
I
wait
love
to get
that.
home and eat some like pizza rolls. You know what I mean? Like
Hey, ska
that.
is more than that. Okay.
I know. Hey, look, I don't listen to a lot of ska, but I like the Clash. All right, like
Okay, that's fair.
They got
They're
dubbed.
Specials adjacent.
Yes,
They toured together a
exactly,
lot.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Tony Montoya, my frenemy, and fake family member, said selling out pays better, and he's correct. Tony, you
Yes.
are correct on that front. Selling out
Yeah.
does in fact.
What's everyone's opinion on Finley? Do you think he'll join his brothers in NXT, or do you think he'll keep his? I really like him as a solid guy because like New Japan gives him like a lot of like random matches, but he's always the stable guy. As much as people hate him.
What do you think he would
cannot-
do over there? You know?
NXT.
Yeah,
Oh,
what would he
God.
do? Like
Yeah.
they've already had such a bloated roster for NXT. They're just,
That's true.
It wasn't
Sure.
even very long ago that I saw a report, and who knows what's true and what's not, but I had seen a report that WWE was telling people from AEW and TNA that they're not hiring. And so to me, it's like, I don't understand what you get with David Finley that you would break that policy for. You know what I mean? Like, what is David Finley going to do for NXT? Nothing. I mean, nothing. He's not moving the needle at all. They have an AEW Women's World Champion in NXT that didn't change anything. And, I can't, it's been expressed that they have very serious interest in him and Will Hobbs, as it happens. They also are apparently very high on Will Hobbs. Yeah. Well,
I don't
they've
think
done
Will
such a
Hobbs
great.
is leaving anytime soon. No way.
No, I don't think so. Will Hobbs isn't the youngest guy either. So
No, and he kind of talked about. He said something before that Tony played where
Yeah,
he's
he
like
did.
he's not going to forget about that. You know,
Right. He was very explicit in saying like he had tried for so long and that he, had no real desire to go there. But he's also in his late 30s. I mean, he doesn't have a ton of
and
time
he's in a
left.
good spot right now with the ops. Like
He will get pushed a lot harder in in AEW than he would get pushed in
sure
in WWE.
For
and
sure.
David Finley will get a much bigger push in New Japan than he will in WWE. Not sure how the money translates, but if I'm David Finley and I care about being a star, I would stay. Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm connected to the announcement of Suji merging the two factions. I did not pay attention to the faces, but like were there faces that were like begrudgingly accepting it, or were they all
not
like,
really.
No.
I mean,
okay.
They all kind of came out together at one point, and Finley isn't the leader of this thing. Like Suji is.
Yeah.
And so like Finley just looks like a guy, I mean, like he didn't look upset though. Like he seems
right. They were just like, yeah,
yeah,
something like that.
I feel like
Okay,
everybody had the same like it was time.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Feeling,
Yeah.
Well, and it gives New Japan an out in case a bunch of these guys bolt and the War Dogs just get eviscerated. Like, give up on the Bullet Club. It's over. In my canon, it ended when Jay White left. Okay, like
it's at this point, it's so convoluted and weird that it was time to end it a while ago. I think.
Several years ago would have been great, but
it felt like a long telenovela. Like who's coming next? Yeah.
Right. Well, then there's like sub factions and then faction like tag teams within those sub factions, and it's just like it's just so weird.
Yep. So I think that also like what's the deal? Like the IWGP Heavyweight Champion now is just like you're merging with our group. Like he's got the power of God inside of him.
Yeah.
It's just
Unbound
like,
Yoda
company.
Suji is out here calling shots day one.
yeah, he's like, no,
And I
our
kinda love
episode's
it.
the
You
same
know,
way.
I respect it. I honestly
Yeah, I
respect.
do too.
I respect it. I
Yeah,
respect it.
yeah.
So then New Year's Dash has a great tag team main event with Oiwa and Zack Sabre facing off against the Knockout Brothers. And those guys are relatively new to me.
Mhm. Amazing.
Holy shit, are they fucking fun to watch? Like,
Yeah.
my God, Oscar is so fucking tall. And
Yes.
Tino, what'd you say? He looked like
I
what?
said he looks like a 90s
bully.
TV show villain, like a Nickelodeon
Yes.
bully from the 90s. Yeah.
Yes, that dude is in desperate need of facial hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like forever 12 years old.
He looks 12 years old in the face, but then you see him and you're like, nope, never mind.
Yeah.
He's 6'7". He's gigantic. And I can't remember the other guy's name right
Yuto
now.
Ice.
Oh,
Yuto
dude.
Ice. I love
Yuto
him so
Ice.
much.
A gangsta fucking Japanese wrestler? Are you kidding me? This rules.
Yeah. Bomba Clat.
Oh my God. They were so good. I fucking love KO Bros. And after like 2 minutes of seeing them in the ring, I'm like, these guys have to win. Like, so this feels like the first like proper tag team New Japan has like manifested in a long while. I know other tag teams have had good runs, but they are thrown together singles guys usually. And
yeah.
this doesn't feel like that. Remember when the Young Bucks and fucking Red Dragon and fucking War Machine, fucking all those guys were there at the same time? Like,
Yeah.
they had this super, super robust tag division. It's been a long time since it's felt like that. But with these guys at the top of that division, you could do it. You know?
Whomever made the decision to like put them on excursion together.
Yeah.
Good job.
Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. Those guys are going to sell a lot of tickets. Those guys, I mean, the crowd was rooting for them by the end of the match.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah, I think KO Bros, they got a long future ahead of them. They're going to be.
I mean, it goes back to
really,
what you were
really
saying earlier. They are really there to revitalize the tag team division. You know, this is the New Japan era. We got the Knockout Brothers.
Yeah, and the promo that Yuto like was the promo that he did post match. I got spoiled, but I still watched it because I was like, you know what, I'm very intrigued by them and might as well check them out. Long story short, he was like, much as you can, like I've been a wrestler for so long, but at the same time, like he was sharing his passion like intensely, so much so that the crowd was like cheering for them. But he was like, I don't get high, I don't do drugs, but you know what? This is the next best thing, being on the wrestling ring. So he was like, let's all get high with New Japan, let's get high with each other, whatever. Everyone was like, yeah.
Yeah,
so
a bunch of dudes like ripping bongs.
Let's get
like,
high on life.
Yeah.
Sound like a youth pastor.
Speaking of revitalizing divisions, this would be a really good time to revitalize the juniors. The days of Jushin Liger are over, right? They're not going to be main eventing shows. I know that. Okay. But I don't like what the junior division has become, which is kind of like
Doki.
I like Doki. I like
Despe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I love Hiromu. They have just leaned on those guys way too much. And
they're not younger.
And they don't have a lot of credible opponents. And those three guys kind of trade the belt back and forth in perpetuity, right? Like Doki was the champion this time last year, and then he injured himself at Wrestle Kingdom against Desperado, and they had to stop the match, and Desperado won it by stoppage. And so all those guys are great, but Fujita, open it up, bring in those DDT guys, bring Mao back. God damn. Mao was so much fun. Oh my God. Great.
I love Dragon Dia with a little skateboard. Bring that guy.
Yeah, Dragon Dia was a lot of fun.
Great freaking theme.
Dragon. Every Dragon Gate guy has an amazing theme. Like Yeah, I want to see because like with Tanahashi being president, if you during his like retirement run, he's been going to like DDT. He went to Dragon Gate. I want to see the guy who he gave the high fly flow to, Yuki Yoshioka, same stable as Dragon Dio, just as good
Okay.
too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I want to see him
last
for BOSJ.
last year's Super Junior tournament blew me away. Like I thought it was
Yeah,
That was so much
Amazing.
fun to watch.
super good.
Yeah.
it was the best BOSJ for me.
Yeah,
Like since
I mean,
COVID,
I think,
since COVID.
yeah, overall as a
Yeah.
tournament, even with the House of Torture bullshit, it was still really good. So I think let's cap this
Mhm.
here. Let's hope that they can rejuvenate that division a little bit because to
True.
me the juniors are so much fun. The best of the Super Juniors was so fantastic last year, and I just want to see them be in a bigger spot. You know, Antoine brings up a great point in the chat here. Yo is almost 40. They got to do
God.
something. Dragon Dia, he became a fan of him
Looks
because
28.
of New Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks really young, but he's not. And so did Kota Ibushi. He looked really young
Right.
in 2019, and they broke his shoulder in the G1 final.
Oh,
He's never been
Well,
the
Yo
same.
was out
you
for
know,
a super long time too, wasn't he?
right.
He was out injured for a
while.
long time.
for a
Yeah.
while. Yeah.
I think he had a neck thing, maybe.
Yeah.
So that's New Japan. That's the new era of New Japan. There's a lot to be excited about. There's a lot to wait and see where it goes from here. But
Mhm.
I think they are on the right track. They have a big moment here where they've got to just reach and lean on that AEW partnership, I would say as well. And CMLL, use some of their guys to come in and be challengers for these young guys. And Tony should
Dude,
send them people.
Titan
they-
or like Templario,
yeah,
Templario.
exactly.
Super Juniors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. And also bring in some guys that Yota Tsuji can beat, you know, like
Yeah.
not scrubs, but like, you know, maybe not your main event dudes,
Mhm.
but bring in some of those upper mid card AEW guys who aren't doing a whole lot, you know, right now.
Hobbs.
Yeah, have Hobbs come in.
Oh,
Have-
Hobbs versus
Oh.
Yota Tsuji would go off.
Amazing.
That would
Yeah.
be
That'd be so
insane.
good.
It'd be so
I
fun.
would love to see that.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap this up. Speaking of AEW, with some quick hits on AEW. We won't spend a ton of time on this, but Dynamite was really, really good this week. I thought it was a really great show. You know, I like this period from January to March where there's no pay-per-views. Even if they're doing Grand Slam in Australia, it's like still a Dynamite. You know, at the end of the day, it's still a Dynamite and a Collision. And I love that the fans out there get a special show. I hope it's great for them, but this is so badly needed where we just take a break from the pay-per-views and it's kind of their reset period. Like the same way people think of like post, like, I don't know,
WrestleMania.
SummerSlam to like
Yeah.
fucking Royal Rumble, you know?
Yeah.
That's what like January to March could be for AEW.
Yeah.
And you see the stories are kind of resetting
Yeah.
all over the place. And I did want to mention that Jake something is Jake Doyle now, and he's fucking all elite.
That's a shoot name, right? Jacob Doyle.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nice guy in real life.
I would have picked a different name if it wasn't his shoot name.
So
So
according to Cage Match, he had a lot of wacky names: Dirty Berserk, Jacob Chamber, Jacob Hollows,
Man, I'm so mad we didn't get Dirty Berserk.
Jake Shooter, Jake something, but now Jake Doyle. So it's all right.
Jake something
Yeah.
is such a stupid name. I remember when I read it the first time, I was Jake. Like, do you not know his last name, or like, are you saying like Jake something, or like? And
I
that was the
know,
whole
but it's
joke.
that's
Jake
the
something.
joke. But it's still like, yeah, Jake something. And I like the joke. It's a funny joke.
It's an inside joke, but how do you really want to be on TBS?
It's
with
like
that name,
I
you
knew
know?
a band called Trying. So every time they would like, every
We're
time
trying.
they would come out, hey, we're trying.
Yeah. But you know, he's in the Don Callis family with everybody else, and apparently he's going to be it looked like he was going to be kind of a part of a tag team with Mark Davis, and
Davis and
those
Doyle.
guys look like weirdo, bizarro versions of each other when they're next to each other.
They looked like brothers.
They look
If
like
you would have told
did.
me they were,
They did.
aside from the accents, you would have told me they were brothers, I would have believed you.
Yeah, me too. Totally. Jake's like the one who just like does a shitload of steroids and lifts constantly. Mark's just like naturally gigantic and has a giant ass.
He really did the Hogan. He ripped his he ripped his shirt off.
He did. I mean, I would do it if I looked like him too. Holy shit.
That's true.
I do too.
So they collected the bounty on Jet Speed. So they injured them before their trios match, where their partner was going to be Jack Perry. So Jack Perry had to find new partners to face the Don Callis family, right? Wasn't that who they faced? Yeah. So
no, they faced the Demand.
Myself. They faced the Demand. See, this
The
is why
Demand. See, I just watched it too, guys.
Yeah. Well, it turns out Jack Perry's partners were the Young Bucks, and I think a lot of us saw
it was
that
a super kick party.
They came out to Super Kick Party. They had the tassels back. And you know what? Once again, I was like, they should just keep moving forward. You don't have to like go back to the thing. And the minute I heard that song, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is cool. Their gear looked awesome. Like particularly
the tassels. Yeah.
And the green and I mean, it just looked badass. And
do you guys think they were really not cleared, or they just wanted Christmas off? What do you think?
Oh, they wanted Christmas off. That's in their contract.
They did.
No, they signed like a weird deal that gives them a certain times of the year off to be with their families. So
that's cool.
It didn't surprise me that, like, when they did that little angle with Kenny where they're like, well, we'll be gone for a few weeks, and Kenny's like, well, I'm gonna do something I've probably should have done a long time ago. I was like, okay, they're riding the bus off. But they're back, and this match, they win the match. Really, really fun match. I love seeing the Gates of Agony get the rub that they've been getting for being with Ricochet.
Well deserved.
Ricochet can just be pinned any old way by any old person and loses nothing. Like,
he stole somebody's hat.
He's bulletproof. Like, he's bulletproof. You just can't knock this
I was
guy
going to ask
down.
you guys, how do you feel about him getting pinned so much as the national champion?
His personality makes up for it, and it doesn't make him like lose anything. Not a lot of people could do that, but like he can. Yeah.
Ricochet is the one wrestler in modern wrestling where he wants you to look at him and go like, this little fucking bitch. You know what I mean? Like,
he's just a weasel heel. Yeah.
He's a weasel ass, nerd ass heel. He comes out in a one-piece jacket. He's always talking about anime and shit. Like, he is a weeb. He is a fucking dork. He talks a ton of shit. He got beat by Bobby Lashley in 1 minute before he won the national title. Like 4 days later. Like, it works uniquely for him. He could be a mid-card act his entire life and be one of the most entertaining people in the company. Like, I don't know if his goal is to be world champion, but he could be. But yeah, he'd need a character overhaul for that. But
right.
The Demand loses. Ricochet gets pinned again. And they're celebrating for a second. Then the Don Callis family comes out and starts beating that ass, as they do. Yeah, Jake Something's out there ripping his tank top off and showing off those abs. And Mark Davis just there looking like he's never washed his hair in his life. And they're beating him down. And, Jet Speed runs down. They're kind of limp down to the ring to give the assist.
Mike Bailey with the hockey stick because, he's Canadian.
Yeah, of course. And they run out, and then the lights go out. And I knew who this was. And yet I was still thrilled. Very, very excited. Lights come back up. It's Andrade is back in AEW.
I'm so glad he's back.
Me too. I had seen the quote from Tony Khan earlier that day where they asked him straight up, does him being called from AEW and in New Japan and, him using his AEW theme, what is that? What is his status with AEW? And Tony goes, I think it bodes very well.
He's getting so good at non-answers. He's getting so good at these non-answers.
Well, he hasn't been fucking shit on by the press for like a year. So like he got a little break, and he's a pretty charming guy when he's not just like, I fuck all of you know.
Right.
Leave me alone. So Andrade comes back. He beats the crap out of some people. You remember the last person he attacked, right? Was Kenny Omega. Back in October. Kenny's coming back to AEW next week. So
yeah, he is.
Yeah. So, you know, I think we all see where this is going.
Right.
I think Andrade and Kenny are going to lock up, hopefully on a Dynamite or a main event or a pay-per-view, because give those guys 20 minutes, man. That they wrestled in AAA for the Kenny beat him for the title, I think. And it
When he was La
really good
Sombra.
match.
Or was he unmasked already?
He was already
Andrade.
Andrade.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was right before he actually, or no, it was right after he had shown up in AEW. And
I was gonna say, because was it during the short-lived AAA partnership?
yes.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. Kenny was the belt collector, and he beat Andrade, and it was a really good match. But imagine if you had a match where there was a referee in the ring who could get down all the way on the mat and count a 3 in a reasonable amount of time. The AAA refs look like they're going to have a fucking heart attack every time they do anything. It's kind of part of the charm, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And they barely lift their arms off the mat. Like,
I'm just already ready. Like,
yeah.
So you gotta get a Güero Noriega from CMLL. It's kind of the bigger dude. He's like, you gotta smack that, man.
Yeah, that'd be dope. Sammy Guevara and Bandito had a really fun match.
it was fun.
I would like to
Bandito
see
broke
them
Sammy's nose, and I really enjoyed that.
Instant babyface, you know? It's like, you know, if everybody's just going to start hurting Sammy because it gets them cheered. But
right, he's the Jake Paul
honestly,
of AEW.
Yeah, I'm honestly liking Sammy this way. I'm enjoying him more. He's just got to be a heel. You can't.
I mean, I already hated him, so
yeah, exactly.
It just makes sense.
Yeah. The timing on that cutter that he did though was insane. When Bandito ran off the ropes and Sammy jumps off the other side, totally blind, and jumps into a cutter on Bandito, and they hit it perfectly. Unbelievable. Bandito wins with the 21 plex, but MJF's music hits right after because they're facing each other next week at Maximum Carnage. This was the moment of the show for me because you guys know what an unrepentant mark I am for Bandito. And they booked this so well. Like he looked awesome in this segment. He looked like a badass who could hold his own. MJF, a lot of people are sick of MJF. The MJF that we were used to, right? Misogynist, your sports team sucks, your town sucks, blah, blah, blah. He did get a your town sucks thing, but there was no like, I'm wrestling a Spanish or a Mexican guy, so I'm going to make a bunch of Mexican jokes or stuff like that.
No, he was nice and brought out a translator.
He brought out John Cruz, and John Cruz instantly becomes memeable yet again when Bandito puts the hand in the face. They're speaking Spanish to him like he can't speak English. And then finally, Bandito goes,
English.
I speak English!
You stupid son
of a bitch! And it was so awesome.
Great. Oh my gosh, I love Bandito so much.
Oh, me too. And the crowd's going nuts for this. The crowd is eating out of the palm of their hands. And then MJF has the best nut shot kick in the business, period. Because it comes out of nowhere always. You could even know he's going to do it and still be surprised. And so he kicks Bandito in the nuts. Bandito goes down. They are going to try to like gang up on him, you know, whatever. John Cruz ends up taking the most awesome looking 21 plex.
21 plex,
He gets fucking 21 plexed out of his fucking shoes, basically. Like,
oh my God. Yeah.
Does a backflip. And then I love that Bandito kicks MJF in the balls. I think that's what actually made this thing work, which is like, he's not a fool. and he's kind
Right.
of a badass. You know, he's a legit.
We love a baby face that's like turnabout is fair play.
Yes, Hangman did such a great job after he won the title of doing that same thing. Where it was like the heels didn't just get one up on him. The top baby faces, particularly in AEW, are not booked like idiots, and I love that.
Right. Well,
You know, that was always-
this is side note. One of my favorite things that happened in the C2 last year is when Commander knocked out Claudio with the brass knuckles. And people were pissed, but I was like, no, it's turnabout is fair play.
Right.
Yep.
You know, that's what I love about these the AEW baby faces. They're smart and they're not going to get pushed around.
Yeah.
Right. And that's how you get over, right? And that's why everybody started cheering for heels, was because they were the ones who like didn't get walked over and didn't, well, I've got to be a nice guy, you know, like they didn't do that shit, you know? And that's why they got over, you know, that's why Stone Cold got over. That's why these people got over, is because the crowd's like, yeah, we're tired. We don't want the what would they call that? Virtue signaling. We don't want virtue signaling.
Right.
We want people who actually fight fire with fire. These guys deserve it. Fuck them, you know? Mercedes getting cake faced. Fantastic.
Oh, that was great.
It's so good.
Yeah, Willow comes out with Chris and Harley. They're having a great time. I love Stat and Willow's thing just being resolved.
Harley eating cake in the background was just hilarious to me.
Harley eating.
She got herself a piece of cake.
Time.
It was so funny.
They came out and Harley just starts eating and she eats through the entire thing. Like she's always chewing.
It was so good.
It was great. It was great. And Mercedes comes down. Willow tells her to come down. And Mercedes comes down so good. Dressed like all in white, which I thought was great. She's got this amazing like
veil, right?
Veil.
Yes.
Like she's in mourning. Yeah.
Like she's in mourning. Because in Asia, when mourning isn't
white.
Mourning done with white. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
white.
she's in white. She comes down. And Willow's like kind of pretending to be nice, I think. Like, you know, God, you had such a great reign as champion, and you know, you took this belt for me, but I took it back, and now I'm the face of TBS.
I don't think Willow was pretending to be nice. Willow is just that nice. My wife watched this with me, and she's like, Willow is being so nice to her, and it's going to piss her off even more.
Well, in fact, it did. And I think it's not even that it pissed her off. I think she just has no self-control at this point. She's just
She's crashed
out of her mind.
Yeah.
I am loving it. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Loving it. And I watched this segment twice because it was so well done. And what I loved was the minute that Mercedes like hits the table, Chris goes and grabs the cake and like goes to the other side of the ring.
Yeah.
And gets in position, you know, which you don't know she's doing at the time. She's just preserving the cake.
No, you just like, she doesn't want to mess up the cake. Like, we spent money on the cake. We're gonna, you know.
Yeah.
What I loved about like the crash out specifically was how Mercedes like conveyed it to everyone, right? Like everyone's like, oh yeah, she crashed out, but there's layers to this, you know? Like to me, it was like how, you know how like, let's say you're a freelancer, you don't have any more gigs, you're paranoid over the next month happening, like because you're like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna have this gig. It's the same for her belts. She lost her main client, aka the TBS belt, and then now she's like, "Oh fuck, how do I keep this?" And now she's like spiraling. And to me, I felt very seen. I felt, I related so much to Mercedes like crashing the fuck out. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing is that Tony Khan seems to understand Mercedes Moné better than Vince McMahon ever understood Sasha Banks, because she was always this character. She was always doing this.
Oh yeah.
False bravado, false confidence. When she'd win, it would only reinforce her fragile ego, you know? And then she would lose and they would just move her on to something else. Whereas here, it's like, no, she lost. She's losing everything she cares about. She's going to freak out, become a babyface, and probably win the world title sometime in 2026. You know, I mean, it makes perfect sense. You know, it's like, I've seen it coming for months, you know, and they do it so well, you know?
Story-wise, funny you mentioned her turning face because, like, I was also thinking, like, after the crash out will be the face turn. And then what would be the promo? What would be Mercedes' like, thesis statement to being
Mhm.
face? And to me, like, I know she can handle that, but she was never, in my opinion at least, she was never given the opinion. No,
Right.
she was never given the option to do that in the dub. So like,
Well, they never would have.
that's true. But now, like, I guess it's the same thing that we hear in AEW all the time. Like, if you wait long enough, you'll be rewarded. So I personally, I can't
Yeah.
wait. I can't wait for her to be face and see how she would she would justify that turn in particular. So yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. She really feels like this last year, she really became herself
Mhm.
as the character, the CEO, where it's like she's not playing a part. She's a fucking maniac and she gets to just be a maniac and she wears it well, like
Oh,
it
100%.
just feels
Yeah.
very, very natural to her character. But, she's one of those people who's like the wolves are always at the door. She's always operating out of
Mhm.
fear and insecurity.
Mhm.
So there's been layers to her this entire time. And
Yeah.
it's so nice that AEW is letting her show the layers.
100%.
All right, last thing. Swerve and Hangman as a tag team fucking rule.
What would you
Yes.
call their tag team? Swerve Man? No,
Swang
not
Man.
really.
No,
Swang Man.
I probably saw Swayman. I don't know.
I don't know what I call them. Like, I probably wouldn't be a combination of their
Strictly
names.
hanging.
Hey,
Strictly hanging.
hey, strictly
Strictly
hanging
hung.
with Mr. Cooper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this buddy cop, like mutual, like somebody had suggested in our Discord, the worst men, because they said may the worst
Oh,
men
yeah.
win. And
I like that.
I loved that line, and that would be a cool tag team name, the Worst Men.
Mhm.
Actually, that would be.
Remember when Miro was calling himself the best man? Jesus Christ, fucking Jesus Christ. But that match with Hook and Hobbs was great. I think Hook is settling into a nice groove as well.
Mhm.
He's showing more personality than he's ever shown.
I'm glad.
And he's believable. He is an undersized guy, height wise.
Yeah.
That's why I just suggested that their tag team name could be called Whose House is on Fire.
Oh, House Fires. Yeah. House Fires would be good.
House Fire.
Ooh.
There you go.
Arson.
But man, they are so much fun to watch. That spot they did where they were both being choked out with the chain, and then
Mhm.
Swerve flipped Hangman over his back. And
That was so freaking cool.
they used the chain immediately to clothesline whoever it was. Like, their tag team moves they're so badass, like so badass. So I'm just
They
loving
did
it.
such a good job of selling the concrete blocks too, though.
They did.
Like every little
saw
move,
that.
you're like, is it gonna happen now? Is it gonna happen now? And it was just like the suspense. Oh man! And then when it finally happens, you're just like, ugh.
It was satisfying.
It was
I do
very
feel like
satisfying and
Swerve is going
cringy.
to need to double the size of his thighs now because he's so top. He's like so huge on top now.
He beefed up while he was gone. Yeah.
My God.
Crazy.
My God, that boy is a big beefy boy.
Seeing what he used to look like when he first came to AEW, and he was like kind of trim and
He looks like
a super junior
cruiserweight.
kind of,
Yeah.
cruiserweight, and now it's just like, whoa.
A bona fide heavyweight. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, yes, he was a bona fide heavyweight when he got injured, when he left,
Mm.
and now he's like
Even more so.
like he's a freak show.
Yeah.
But great main event, super fun. I'm gonna enjoy this Hangman and Swerve thing for a long time. I like that they don't pretend that like we're friends now, nothing can come between us. They're like, no, things very easily can come between us. It's the world title. We both want it, and if we have to kill each other for it, game on,
I mean, yeah, we saw that in the four-way match.
Right.
Yeah.
And they just accept that. And they're just like, yeah, no, if it comes to the world title, I will fucking run through you, bitch.
Yeah. To me,
And
They
like
both know that about each other, and they respect it. Yeah.
to me, the relationship to me is what Goku and Vegeta are. You know, like they respect each other, but they're gonna beat the shit out of each other given the
Yeah.
chance, whether
Exactly.
friends or
Exactly.
not. You know,
Yeah,
and to me,
They
like,
both hate Frieza,
yeah.
yeah,
I'm
but we
gonna
will beat the
exactly.
crap out of each other.
exactly.
I'm gonna say that they're. I don't have a good comp for that. I don't know anything about Dragon Ball.
That was the best one.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. So,
Yes.
fellas, where can the people find you? Justin?
Yeah, you can find me on justinckw.com on Blue Sky without the .com on Threads. And if you can, as a freelancer, hire me if you can.
Yeah,
but other,
hire
no,
Justin.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
hire
but
Justin.
yeah. Other than that, like, find me on those social platforms. I post about bullshit, random bullshit and moves. Yeah, enjoy.
Yep. And Tino?
If you feel like following me at anything, you can find me at Tino Ibarra, just my full name, anywhere. I'm super easy to find on the internet. I'm sure there's probably some sort of FBI file on me already
Oh
because
God.
I'm really easy to find. But also check out my band Pancho Villa Skull.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Check out Tino's band for sure. And you guys know me. I'm Blade Daily. You can find me as I Blade Daily just about, well, not anywhere, but like, in the seedier places of the world, you can find me.
We'll
pretty much.
find you. We'll find you in the capital on the 6th. Oh wait, the 6th is done. Never mind.
No, I mean, that's already happened. So next week.
That's already
Okay,
happened.
fair
He was
enough.
there.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair
that was a
enough.
couple days ago.
But yeah, also just want to give a big shout out to everyone who lives in America right now. It's a fucked up,
Yes.
crazy time.
Yeah.
And we've all just got to take care of ourselves. Please keep yourself safe.
Mhm.
Please tell your people you love them. Hold those you love close to you because shit has been super real, but we're going to get through it. I know we are. It's just not going to be fun while we do it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But we will get through
Exactly.
this shit. With all that said,
Resist. Yeah. Resist while you can.
Exactly. Justin, what's it like living in a country where your fascist leaders in the past?
yeah.
In the past, well, it takes very long for like democratic structures to recover, and it
Yeah.
really takes a while. So, but that's another podcast. Huh? So,
Yeah. Hey, we'll do
We
a
could,
bonus
yeah.
stream on the chat sometime,
yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Thanks for everybody who joined us live. Antoine saying, what was the name of the band? Pancho Villa Skull. Yes.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
is the name of Tino's band. And
Like Pancho Villa and we're his skull. Pancho Villa Skull.
That's better. Yeah.
so with all that said, I'm Blade Daily, Justin.
I'm Justin.
And I'm Tino.
Pro wrestling forever. Thank you, everybody. And thank you, Antoine, for hanging out and asking us questions. You're the best, dude. Thank you, Tony Montoya. Thank you, The Real Hardcore Holly. Thank you, Shane G75. Thank you, Fuck Yo Mama 2 times. You guys are great. We're ending the stream now. Have a great night.